32 years have passed since the Great War. The Shivans vanished half a lifetime ago. And now, we live in the mausoleum of history. We inherit the legacy of ghosts who haunt these ruins. The elders call us the Lost Generation. I remember stories of a glorious civilization, of cities with spires that reached the sun, of a blue planet with vast seas, of people with myths of humanity everlasting, of children who saw in the embers of dying stars the destiny of their race. And they hurled themselves into the void of space with no fear. They say our people have no present, only a past filled with horror. And a future they can only dream of. Now we forge a new alliance to guard the tomb of space and find within its cold expanse the salvation of our race.
Hello and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Freespace 2. So I was debating whether or not to do this, but decided to go ahead with it because it's a really good game and I think you guys would be missing out if I didn't show it to you. So here we are, this is the main screen. I wasn't able to capture the opening. I will try to download a video of that and add that at the beginning of this. So let's get the show on the road. Let's begin the campaign.
Welcome to Vega, Ensign. I'm Captain Lukakis, squadron leader of the 53rd Hammerheads. You've been assigned to our unit. The Hammerheads are a space superiority squadron. We'll be flying the Myrmidon fighter, developed to replace the old GTF Ulysses. The Myrmidon is a Terran Vasudin design and a versatile ship with high marks for speed, maneuverability, armor, and loadout. The 53rd Hammerheads were formed during the Great War. At the time, we served on board the GTD Bastion, the finest ship in the history of Terran space travel. You may not know this, but the pilots who destroyed the ST Lucifer in 2335 were based on the Bastion, and some were even Hammerheads. With the 53rd, you're part of a long and proud tradition. When the explosion of the Lucifer collapsed the jump node to the Sol system and severed all contact with Earth, Command transferred the Bastion to the 4th Fleet in Vega. Since then, we've called Vega our home. Now Command has decommissioned the Bastion and reassigned its squadrons to the newer Hecate destroyers. We'll be joining the GTD Aquitaine, flagship of the 3rd Fleet, Capella. The Aquitaine will be here in 36 hours. In the meantime, it would be advisable to review your training. We have all the simulator modules you'll need for the Myrmidon fighter. These modules will give you a refresher course on such basics as your head-up display, throttle controls, and targeting. If you need to review your training, now would be a good time to do so. Because this is your first combat assignment, you'll be authorized to carry the standard armaments. the Subak HL-7, the Tempest Dumbfire, and the Rockeye heat-seeking missile. These weapons are covered in the training modules and in the tech room database. As you gain experience in combat, you will be authorized to use more advanced weaponry. Good luck, pilot, and welcome again to the 53rd.
Welcome to Training Simulator Module TSM-103C, Class C qualification for the Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter. This module has been designed to acquaint pilots with basic targeting, throttle, and weapon systems. TSM units are approved for use as part of the GTVA combat training program or as a review for qualified pilots. The TSM series is not intended as a substitute for actual field training. Welcome to Module TSM-103C, pilot. Don't touch the controls until you are told to do so. You will fail this session if you do not follow instructions carefully.
I touched, now fail me.
The first function you will learn is targeting. In the lower left-hand corner of your HUD is your target view. The top lines display the targeted ship's name and class. The next line shows the distance to your target and its speed. Note the brackets around my ship indicating I am your current target. As I fly out of view, the off-screen indicator will display. It points in the direction you must turn in order to face your target. The indicator moves as I fly around. It is always pointing at your target. Notice how the triangles separate. The farther apart they are, the farther you'll have to turn to face your target. Finally, note the number by the indicator. This is the distance to your target. The circular gauge near the bottom of your HUD is the radar. Friendly ships are shown in green. Hostile ships appear in red. Ships directly in front of you appear in the radar center. Using your main flight controller, turn your ship toward mine. Stop when my ship is in your center red. Good. Now stay in that position. Now turn toward my ship again. Match my speed. Good. Now follow me. Note how your speed automatically changes to match mine. To the left of the reticle is the speed gauge. The capital M next to the current speed indicates that you are matching speed with your target. Now, I want you to accelerate and move to within 125 meters of me. Do not collide with my ship. Good. Now, decelerate to drop 200 meters behind me. Well done. Now, let's practice using the afterburner. Engage your afterburner, pilot. The gauge to the left of your speed gauge displays remaining afterburner power. Note that your engines consume it rapidly. That extra speed is useful for quick, evasive maneuvers and closing large distances. Maintain your maximum top speed. Try it now. Now, bring your fighter to a complete stop. Drone 1 has jumped in. Target it. Good. Now fly within 100 units of it and come to a stop. Be careful not to fly too fast. Well done. Note that it takes some time to come to a complete stop. Now fire your primary weapon near the center of your HUD. The hull integrity of your target is displayed. Notice that it has dropped from 100%. This information is also available in the upper right corner of your target view. Now, destroy Drone 1. Good job. Let's see how quickly you can destroy these new drones. Target hostiles and destroy them with your Subak HL-7. The HL-7 is standard issue on all Myrmidon space superiority fighters. Well done. This concludes Module TSM-103C. Most sorties will end with an order to return to base. Do not leave the field of engagement until you have been authorized to do so. Your navigation computer will be programmed with the proper coordinates. All you need to do is engage your subspace drive. Do this now. Well done, pilot. You have successfully completed TSM-103C Class C qualification for the Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter. You may now proceed to Training Simulator Module TSM-103B. Welcome to Training Simulator Module TSM-103B Class B qualification for the Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter. This module has been designed to acquaint pilots with advanced targeting controls, weapon systems, and rearming procedures. TSM units are approved for use as part of the GTVA Combat Training Program or as a review for qualified pilots. The TSM series is not intended as a substitute for actual field training. Welcome to Module TSM-103B, pilot. Don't touch the controls until you are told to do so. You will fail this session if you do not follow instructions carefully. Begin by targeting my fighter. In combat, you will need to acquire your targets quickly. With multiple wings and warships, you will not have time to cycle through all objects in sensor range to find a specific target. Let's take a look at some controls that will help you locate targets more efficiently. 2 drones will be used for the first part of this exercise. You have a targeting control which enables you to acquire the nearest hostile target. Using the control repeatedly will cycle through hostile targets in order of their proximity. Target Drone 1 with your hostile targeting control. Good. Now target Drone 2. Excellent. Now we'll learn another useful targeting control. As a GTVA fighter pilot, you will be called upon to defend larger vessels, from troop transports to destroyer-class warships. For this simulation, let's bring in a Triton-class freighter. Observe that the name and hull integrity of the freighter appears in the box to the right of your reticle. This escort list enables you to monitor its status. You can target ships on your escort list by using well done. On any escort mission, it is important that you stay close to vessels you have been assigned to protect. The escort targeting control makes locating these ships more efficient. Be advised, the escort list will not be limited to ships you have been ordered to protect. Any major target, friendly or hostile, could appear on that list. This will help you monitor the status of ships with tactical or strategic importance. Let's review what we've covered so far. Target Drone 1 with your hostile targeting control. Now, target Drone 2. Now, target the freighter with your escort. Well done. In Module TSM-103C, you practice firing your HL-7. We'll now take a closer look at your primary and secondary weapons. Your weapons loadout is displayed to the right of your reticle. Primary cannons are listed above your secondary missile banks. Use your primary weapon selector to toggle either. The Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter has 3 missile banks. As a new pilot, you will be authorized to use the Tempest Dumbfire and the Rockeye Heat Seeker. Let's practice firing the Tempest. Use your secondary weapon selector to arm your bank of Tempest missiles. Because you failed to follow instructions, TSM-103B has been terminated. In engage your subspace drive.
Trigger happy.
Your performance was below acceptable standards for TSM 103B Class B qualification.
That's what I get for being impatient.
Well, in Module TSM 103C, you practice firing your HL-7. We'll now take a closer look at your primary and secondary weapons. Your weapons loadout is displayed to the right of your reticle. Primary cannons are listed above your secondary missile banks. Use your primary weapon selector to toggle either one or both cannons to fire. The Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter has 3 missile banks. As a new pilot, you will be authorized to use the Tempest Dumbfire and the Rockeye Heat Seeker. Let's practice firing the Tempest. Use your secondary weapon selector to arm your bank of Tempest missiles. Good. Tempests are dumbfire projectiles. These warheads have no homing system, so they'll fly in the direction in which they are fired. For this reason, they are most effective at close range. Unless your aim is very precise, hitting targets at a distance with a Tempest may be difficult. Now, select Drone 1. Use Good. Destroy Drone 1 with your Tempest missiles. Close your distance. Well done. The Tempest may not be as accurate as a heat or aspect-seeking missile, but a Myrmidon can carry up to 320 of these missiles. A volley of Tempests will quickly pulverize an enemy fighter. To maximize their effectiveness, use them in conjunction with your Subak HL-7. While the lasers penetrate the shields of your target, the missiles will impact the enemy's hull. Let's move on to the Rockeye Heat Seeker. Arm the Rockeye with your secondary weapon selector. Well done. Now target. When you fire the Rockeye, the missile's tracking system will lock onto the heat signature of your target. Be aware the homing radius of the Rockeye is limited, and your target must be near the center of your HUD. Destroy Drone 2 using your Rockeye missiles. Nice shooting, pilot. Compared to the Tempest, the Rockeye is more accurate and has a greater effective range. However, the Myrmidon can carry no more than 20 Rockeyes. You can also toggle double fire mode. We will now send in more drones so you can practice firing missiles. Be sure to toggle between banks so you can get a feel for both the Tempest and the Rockeye. When you run low on missiles, you need to rearm your fighter. To do this, you must call in a support ship. First, press the communications key to bring up your messaging window, followed by the In order for the support ship to dock, you must bring your fighter to a complete stop. The support ship will then automatically dock with you. In the lower portion of your HUD, an indicator displays the support ship's ETA. The support ship's primary purpose is twofold. First, it will reload your secondary weapons and countermeasures. Second, the support ship is capable of making minor repairs to your ship. It can fully repair any damaged or destroyed subsystem. However, the support ship cannot repair your hull. Keep in mind, a support ship can only load as many weapons as it has on board. It may not be enough to completely rearm your fighter. We covered a lot in this module. If you need to review this material, replay the simulation. Otherwise, you are qualified to proceed to TSM 103A. Engage your subspace drive.
I've gone into patient. I've done the training missions beforehand to get a bit.
Well done, pilot. You have successfully completed TSM 103B Class B qualification for the Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter. You may now proceed to Training Simulator Module TSM 103A.
Hits my trigger happiness.
Welcome to Training Simulator Module TSM-103A, Class A qualification for the Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter. This module has been designed to acquaint pilots with dogfighting techniques. TSM units are approved for use as part of the GTVA Combat Training Program or as a review for qualified pilots. The TSM series is not intended as a substitute for actual field training.
Welcome to Module TSM-103A, pilot. Don't touch the controls until you are told to do so. You will fail this session if you do not follow instructions carefully. This simulation will cover dogfighting techniques. You will be required to use many of the skills you learned in the preceding modules, such as targeting, matching speed, and primary and secondary weapons control. Begin by targeting my fighter. You can either use your basic targeting control. You'll notice as I move, a circular indicator moves in front of my ship. That is the lead indicator. It shows you where you need to fire your primary weapon to hit your target. Now, target the drone. You can use your basic targeting control. The target box in the lower left-hand corner of the HUD displays the distance to and hull integrity of your target. Your target's hull strength is also shown in the lower part of your reticle. As I shoot the drone, watch its hull integrity drop slowly. A good dogfighting tactic is matching speeds with your target. I want you to match speeds. Good. Your throttle can be set to automatically match the speed of your target, even as your targets change. Use your auto matching control to toggle this feature on or off. Good. You should be on the move at all times during a dogfight. Now, destroy the drone. Don't forget, you also have missiles. Two new unarmed drones have arrived. Destroy both of them. Remember to match their speed. An easy way to target new hostiles is by using auto-targeting. This will automatically target your nearest hostile after your current target has either left the area. Good job! This drone is armed. It will start firing upon you in 10 seconds. Destroy it. Now comes the fun part. 5 pairs of armed drones will jump in. Destroy as many as you can. Great job, pilot. You have successfully qualified on the Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter. Engage your subspace drive.
Congratulations, pilot. You have successfully completed TSM-103A, Class A qualification for the Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter.